Hey y'all, welcome back. Today I'm teaching you how to make the Disney inspired princess ornaments. If you want to see how I made the villains, I'll leave the link in the description. So I started off with the Dollar Tree shatterproof ornaments and the air dry modeling clay. So for Jasmine, I started off with 2 equal sized balls and I rolled them out until I got basically a cigar shape, and I made one side thinner than the other. Then I grabbed my super glue. This is a game changer because I didn't know I could do this, and I super glued it while it was still wet, and then I shaped it onto the ball. Jasmine is really easy. You're basically just going to swoop it around the ball just to make it seem like she has bangs. And then just make sure that you're pressing in and you're tucking in the extra into a little tiny ball. I made 3 smaller balls and I glued them onto the side of the ornament so it looks like her hair. You could glue it however you want, but this way it dried easier for me. Then I rolled out some smaller balls and made them a little triangular shaped and used those as earrings. Now for Tinkerbell, I grabbed 1 ball and I basically pressed it onto the top of the ornament. It does not have to be neat because you're going to keep reshaping this. Then I cut out a little bit of a hole so I can string it, and I used my long nails to press in and give it a ball shape. You can use whatever you want. If you don't have nails, that's okay. This tool is meant for cakes, so you can just use a knife if you don't have one. I just made some lines so it looked like hair in her bun. Again, keep doing this and reshaping until you get a nice circle, and add as many lines as you want so it looks realistic. For the bangs, I grabbed another piece of clay and I just rolled it out in one direction until it kind of made this little boat looking thing. And then I put it on top of the bun and I grabbed a knife and just pressed it in so it has the bang shape. With the same tool, or knife if you have one, just start making like a fringe. Just start cutting in and making lines and shaping it until you get a nice bang shape. Take your time with this. This is the only one I didn't glue down because I wanted to be able to paint the entire ornament without getting it on the hair. So now for Snow White, you start off with 2 shapes just like Jasmine, and you put some glue on it so that it's easier to mold, and you grab your ornament and you make 1 swoop for the bang, and then you bring it around and you tuck it in again. That's going to give you her hairline. The reason the glue is so important is because if you didn't use it, you would have to mold it off of the ornament and that would suck. So you just keep shaping and molding and press it into the ornament so that it keeps taking the shape. Keep pressing and molding until it looks like Snow White. So now I just took some black paint and I painted in Snow White's hair, Jasmine's hair, and I painted Tinkerbell's ornament all green because I didn't want to give Tinkerbell any kind of features, just like a cute basic ornament with wings and some writing. So you set them aside and let them dry. So starting off with Tinkerbell, I mixed up a pale yellow color and I painted in her hair. You don't have to buy color, you can just mix it at home and it saves you a ton of money. So now that everything is nice and dry, I took a highlighter and wrote Tink on it and outlined it with some white glue. I then grabbed my fine glitter and spread it on top. And then with a damp brush, once it was dry, I basically just cleaned off the excess and let everything dry and look all pretty. I made her wings out of a piece of felt. I basically just cut out the shape and then grabbed some liquid stiffener, spread it onto the wings, and used some more glitter on top so that it looks shiny. I let everything dry overnight before sticking it onto the ornament itself, and it was nice and stiff. Moving on to Jasmine, I colored in her earrings yellow and the top of the ornament because I realized I should have used gold, and then I grabbed some teal and made some lines on her ponytail. Then I used a nice golden brown color and gave her her skin tone. I'm sorry I didn't do everything on camera, but I did go ahead and draw her lips. I'll show you later on with Snow White, and then her headband, and just drew a little circle and made it look more like the Disney. Later on I added bangs just with some black paint. So for Snow White, I used an eggshell color as the skin tone because she is the fairest of them all. And for her lips, I dipped the end of my brush in some red paint and drew on a lip shape. You can use a marker for this. I wish I would have thought of that earlier. It would have saved me a lot of time. When they all dried, I sprayed them with some Mod Podge and they were shiny and beautiful. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.